Hello everyone. It's another 1 a.m. little video vlog or whatever we're calling it. Because another random story today that I had to share with everyone definitely does not fit into a Facebook update. So here's today's randomness in Moorland. Keith was having a little oral surgery done today, aka his wisdom teeth. Actually just one wisdom tooth that was a mess. Why did he not have it extracted at 21 like the dentist suggested? Actually because he thought he was going to die before he was 25, so he didn't think the tooth would ever come in. Moral of the story, just get your wisdom teeth out when the dentist tells you. So otherwise, who knows what randomness will happen 15 years later. So here's today's story. So I'm out with the boys doing some errands. Mari was at a friend's house. We have a little cat making a cameo here. Here you go. Cat wants to come and say hi to everybody. Say hi, Bobby. Say hi. Okay. Anyways, so where was I? Oh, so Keith's at the dentist and Mari's at a friend's. I'm just doing randomness with the boys. And I'm calling Keith, trying to see when he's going to be done. He got there about like noon, and he's just not texting, not calling back, nothing. And I'm like, oh, why is this taking so long? What's going on? Finally, 6:30, he calls me. Because do you know why Keith was stuck at the dentist all day? Oh, he was actually not even at the dentist for the latter part. He was in the hospital. Why? Because it's Adventures in Moorland, of course. So what happened was, as they were sewing up his tooth, which it was a whole mess with the surgery because the root was like up into his sinus and they had to have a second surgeon come in and dig it out, and it was not pretty. Glad I got mine out when I was supposed to. Anyways, so as they're sewing it up and putting all the little suture stitchy things in, what happens? The needle broke. Yes, the needle. The tip of the needle in his mouth. And then he swallowed it. Yes, he swallowed the part of the needle that was sewing his mouth. So the dentist proceeds to freak out, both of them that are working on his mouth. They assure him, and this was for anyone local at Strong, so it's not like it hasn't been around a while. They assured him that in the history of their dental practice and the oral stuff going on at Strong, that they've never had this happen. This has never happened. Decades. Years and years and years. Certainly has never happened. But yes, it would happen to Keith. So they're freaking out. They rush him over to radiology to get all these x-rays because they're worried apparently that it would be like in his lung and like puncture his lung. Or, you know, I don't know, be in his stomach or just something crazy. So Keith said it was a guy and a girl dentist and the oral surgeon, and they're like they're just like all panicky, probably because they thought he was gonna sue them, and he's just sitting there just being Keith, like, okay, take the x-rays. They're like, oh my gosh, sir, you're so calm, we're so sorry. And you know, he's just like, whatever. So they take like 20 x-rays and cannot get a radiologist to come in, or he was busy, I'm not really sure. So they just wanted Keith to stay in the hospital till they could like locate where the heck the needle is in his body. But Keith was having none of it, and he's like, no, I'm gonna go home now. When you get a radiologist to find out where the needle is, then you can call me and tell me what needs to be done. So he just came home, and it was just a little bit of a crazy situation, but he appears to be all right. I mean, they didn't really say, you know, here's a sheet with symptoms of what to do if you swallowed the tip of a needle that broke off in your mouth during oral surgery, because it's never happened there. So Keith will probably set the protocol for the future for if this should happen. So that's today's Adventures in Moorland. Thankfully, he seems to be okay. So we're crossing our fingers that no needles show up on the x-rays if they're read tonight or tomorrow and require anything more than just allowing it to pass naturally through his system. And that's pretty much the story of the day. I thought it was pretty amusing, pretty random. Glad it wasn't me. So that's all. Happy holidays.